Hello, my fellow hordsmen. Today, we'll be deviating from our usual content to talk about our traditional roots, where we lived and died on the Eurasian steppes, hunting birds and rabbits with nothing but God's given compact bow, and give friendly reminders to these settled peoples that sharing is caring, and we care that you share your possessions. Our hordsmen have traveled far and wide in a quest for booty, whether it be the Mongols, Huns, Seljuks, Georgians, etc., spreading their seed along the way. If it was consensual or not my input on this. I'm personally an ethnic Hazara, a ethnicity located in central Afghanistan, and through all history, it is said that we originate from the one and only Genghis Khan through his conquest of the Khwarezmian Empire. So that means that every single one of my ancestors was a war criminal, and God bless them for that. For the pain and suffering my ancestors went through, I will honor their noble sacrifices by making YouTube videos for strangers on the internet. Descendants born after 1300 AD can't cook, can't horse ride, they don't want to hunt, nothing. People wonder why they're depressed. It's because descendants want to do is settle, irrigate, avoid pillaging, eat grain, sow their seeds, be literate, wash their clothes. If you don't want to listen to an oversimplified version on how DNA tests determine where you're from, please skip to this timestamp. No matter what gender or malfunction we're born with, we all contain either mitochondrial DNA, the powerhouse of the cell, or as I'll call it, mtDNA from now on, which can only be passed down from the mother. Males do carry mitochondrial DNA, however the father's line, sperm, is broken down during insemination. After recording and double checking, it is possible to inherit mtDNA from both parents. I'm not sure how rare this is, but we can assume it's pretty rare, but that's not certain. Also, the exact method of extermination of the father's mtDNA is unknown and still up in the air. A Y chromosome, which can only be inherited by males, as that is what determines a human body into becoming a femboy from Tel Aviv or a man from Jerusalem. Now, genetic diversity is highest in Africa, the point of origin for all humans, if you believe science. After a few rebellious and horny tribes left the African continent to populate almost every inch of the Earth's vast curves. As only certain groups have left Africa, they carried certain variations of the Y and X haplogroups, which they then spread out, and with the passage of time, these populations accumulated genetic mutations, which spread due to inbreeding, or as a Austrian once said, keeping your race pure. I love my niece so much. Due to the vast majority of humanity being in extreme poverty for most of history, they didn't have the opportunity to go and girl boss across the globe, and instead had to be content with spending time with their families, half of which have contracted the bubonic plague and are currently emptying their bowels in the communal toilet. Unless they were nomadic horsemen, populations didn't intermix or travel on the scale that we are accustomed to nowadays. Due to they mountains, they oceans, they distance, they limited information, and their culture and politics. So these genetic differences had time to become prevalent in certain populations, and these DNA tests specifically look for those genetic differences to try and piece together which populations you originate from. They don't test the entire genome, as we share 99.9% of the same DNA. Here are my results. A solid 50% Mongolian, as the gods intended. 24% South Asian, concentrated in Pakistan and Afghanistan. 9% Persian. 7% Northern Chinese. 6% Tibet. I mean, another 6% Chinese. Wow, a total of 13%. Glory to the CCP. And 1% Nepalese.
Вовка, чуть-чуть ровнее, блядь, право.
When the coming death war between the United States and the People's Republic of China inevitably happens, I will play both sides, and if both sides annihilate each other, I'll retreat into the depths of the Afghan or Himalayan mountain ranges and yell Australian slurs at the remaining survivors. You get 50% of your DNA from each of your parents. This divides with each generation. Your grandparents 25%, great-grandparents 12.5%, etc, etc. You get the idea. So you can get a roundabout estimate on how far your ancestors date back to, if this is accurate. How? After your results arrive, You can also download the raw data and upload it to various websites who may or may not sell your information to non-credible, unethical scientific research institutions in China and or Eastern Europe. If you don't care about your privacy, I recommend Gene Codex.
Mongolian Trump isn't liable for any breaches of privacy. If any leaks to the public would result in consequences including, but limited to, life insurance, medical insurance, any and all types of medical discrimination resulting from knowledge of any individual's predetermined risks. Mongolian Trump isn't liable for any legal, medical, and or mental health damages.
Gene Codex, using your raw DNA data, will give you a list of traits you have or carry. Ancestry, however, doesn't scan your entire genome, so be aware that the data isn't complete and neither perfect. I do warn you, however, this could very well be an information hazard for some people, and if you're self-conscious or paranoid about your health, I don't recommend using this service. Pregnancy. Is that type 2 diabetes? Good to know when I get pregnant. 3 to 3.6% increased chance risk of sexual dysfunction when taking SSRI. Oh, thank God, thank God. Yes! Yes! Oh my God! Okay, this is true except for cigarettes, but I don't smoke. I'll say high risk nicotine. This is true, this is actually true. Bipolar? True. True. Okay, this is, yeah, I genuinely have this. Restless leg syndrome. Based. I can neither confirm or deny this. Okay, true. I don't have it, my dad does. But I'm also kind of perfectionist though. The shipping and processing times are quite long. It took me about 2 months to get my results. However, the holiday period was in the middle of it all. So, while your times may differ, you must understand that cloning babies and mincing them down into workable genetic material is quite a time-expensive procedure. In conclusion, DNA tests aren't something I would recommend for most people if you mainly want to find out your ethnicity, as the majority of people are going to have a disappointing result, as in diversity. For clarification, the tests should only be taken for entertainment value or to track down family. I also do warn you that these tests also have errors and inaccuracies in both health and ethnicity, so please don't take these tests at face value. Gene Codex came back saying that I have a life-altering illness. I do not in fact have a life-altering illness. Gaucher's disease. Missing an enzyme that breaks down fatty substances called lipids. Overall, I give it a solid 1 out of 16 million descendants. Please like and subscribe, as the bills would pay for themselves, and I need to listen to that good ASMR daily dose of internet is into. God bless. Again, I've got more raids on those home lovers planned and ready to execute. I've got a high production value review brewing right now. It won't be next video as I need time to prepare the assets, but trust the process. And bye-bye.
Hello social media users, I'm here to sell you this product. This product, I don't need to say much about this product. This kind of speaks for itself, but I will say something. There are some recent allegations against our CEO with those flight logs that were leaked, but the rest of the team and the lawyers here can assure you he was just visiting that island to go fishing. Fishing. Now, this product is so great. Look, a satisfied customer. Please tell us about this product.
5 stars.
5 stars, isn't that right?
The CEO, he was just fishing.
What was it?
He was just fishing.
Thanks. Buy the product. He was just fishing.